Hey guys, here's a mastering tip for the week. So, a lot of you guys, I'm sure, use Izotope Ozone, and I know I do, and most people that master do. So, I was going to talk about the stereo imager module a little bit. So, there's a couple different things that I do on the regular with this part of Ozone. One thing I do is for hip hop or rap or pop, anything that sounds modern that has like a big low end, say like a sub bass or a slam and kick, I will really narrow out the low end uh, in the imager. So what this does is when I take the fader down, it's bringing the low end from the sides and bringing it just to the center of the mix to where it's mono. The reason I do this is because it centers the low end, it puts more focus on the low end. It will translate better on mono systems, like any mono playback, like in a store through a mono speaker or wherever it's getting played, a cell phone, anything that's mono, this will help. So I do this, and then it also, what it does is it cleans up the master. It cleans it up to where there's not just low end everywhere and things are meshing together. It puts the low end in this spot, so then the highs and everything become more apparent on the sides. So it just naturally sounds better usually. So I will play with that normally. I'm always going to use my ears because sometimes certain beats and certain tracks, maybe you'll do this less, but I always go to this first as a default. As far as the low mids, I will usually try to narrow that a little bit as well, just to try it out. Sometimes I'll keep it at default without doing anything. Uh, and if it's like rock or something with like heavy guitars, maybe I'll widen those low mids a little bit because I know there's a lot of low mids that live in the heavy guitars. So widening that, so pushing the fader up, can make those guitars a little thicker on the outsides. Okay, so both of the high end faders, there's the high mids and the highs. I'm always usually pushing them up to widen them. If you think of like, cymbals or like the hi hats, all that high crispy stuff usually sounds better wide. That's what makes it sound like so polished and cool, is like that wide high end. So I'll usually start with that. If it's not sounding good, I'll bring it back. But almost on every mix that I master, I push up the high mids and the highs in the imager. So try this out and let me know what you think.